This is our oscilloscope booster pack. This is our PCB prototype. And this is our touch screen. And this is the launch pad. We currently have it connected through USB to a laptop for power, which powers our launch pad and powers our PCB booster pack. Right now we have channel 1 connected through a function generator, as you can see here. And on the screen, by changing frequency and increasing it, you can see it on the screen change. That's increasing our frequency to 10 kilohertz to 20, and then decreasing back down to 1 kilohertz. And you can even go further down to 100 hertz. Going back to 1 kilohertz. You can also change the voltage peak to peak. Right now it's at 500 millivolts, and here we are increasing it to 1 volt peak to peak, 2 volt peak to peak, where you can see it cuts off on the screen, and decrease back down to 200 millivolts peak to peak. So back to 500 millivolts peak to peak. Right now it's set on a sine wave. Here is a square wave, then a triangle wave, and a ramp. And now back to sine.
Okay, now since you want to measure different voltages, you can change the voltage per division for channel 1. I'll bring it up to 1 volt peak to peak. So now you see the sine wave is a lot smaller, so I'm going to need to increase the amplitude to make it back more visible. Something you're familiar with. And then also, if you want to change the frequency, right now I'll bring it up to 10 kilohertz, where it's not visible now, but bring it down to 100 microseconds per division, and we're back to what looked similar to 1 millisecond per division. Also, you have options for trigger. These include the source that you want to choose, 1 or 2, if you want to use the second channel. The level is over here, where you want the trigger level to be. Position is where it starts, where you want the trigger to start. And then mode, you can either do positive edge or negative edge. Also, within channels, you can choose one, only display either channel or both channels, and then use this to move it, move the reference point up or down, which you have to see you brought it down. And acquire, you also have the mode averaging acquire mode to try and get rid of some of the noise. And then more simple ones such as run stop to toggle between running and stopping.